But I just want to tell that Kalista is so popular right now. Some players wants to play him on the mid lane. And imagine that, playing Kalista on the mid lane, you won't use his passive. I mean, Kalista has been optimal to be with his support, right? I mean, she is created based on the synergy with her support, especially with that Fate's Call SS. Now, we are into the champ select as the first ban comes from AHQ. That is a Jace. Now, Hong Kong Esports retaliate with a Gnar, so we will see a lot of focus onto the top lane. I don't know if Toys has been playing Jace in the mid lane. I think this is a Stanley ban, the Jace ban. Of course, there's a targeted ban, Syndra against Toys. Let's see again as how will AHQ go against Hong Kong Esports. It's been I've followed AHQ throughout the League of Legends World Championships 2014. They really have an emotional travel down there. Seeing they really did their best to pit against the best teams in the world, and for all I know, they're really good during those games, especially Green Tea, making those initiate plays. So we'll see. There's really a lot of potential. Not really potential. AHQ is definitely a really good team. Alright, so completing the bans, that would be Panchon. AHQ, for this patch, I don't know. Maybe that's a targeted ban against Dinter. But definitely for the preseason patch, Panchon is one of the high priority bans as he is able to kill the dragon just in level 2. Now, we have Hong Kong Esports completing the ban also against Westdoor, and that is a Z ban, also a Fizz ban. Alright, so Hong Kong Esports going for the Janna and Corki bottom lane. Still, stealing these picks against AHQ. Previously on the first game. I'm sorry, shoutouts to MSAPA again. I'm sorry, we don't have any RP giveaways right now. This is an international stream, so handling those RPs, managing those RPs to give away won't be that easy. So yeah, this is just for appreciation purposes and of course for promotion of esports. Going back into the peak, we have AHQ. I'm so excited to see this trash pick given onto Green Tea. Also, there is a Rumble pick by Ziv, and Ziv is yet to make an on-point equalizer. In the previous game, he is using equalizer like a spam skill, just laying out anywhere else, although they are dominating that game already. Of course, Albis now with the Kha'Zix going to show Dinter how is it done. Also, Dinter scouting for this Nunu jungle, and Stanley with the top lane Kassadin. I don't know. Yes, Kassadin could still be viable in the mid lane, but for all I know, Toys prefers burst and long range champs in the mid lane, going for that lane dominance and shove. So HQAN now picking the Graves. So not swap for the AD carries onto this game. We also have, oh, I'm sorry, I'm terribly sorry, no sound for this stream, right? Alright, okay, so I forgot to turn on the sound, muting it earlier. Alright, so we are back into the CS. That's the last pick. That's a Twisted Fate by Westdoor, also known to be played by Westdoor, especially on the World Championships. Now Toys again with the Serat pick. So the only change probably, there's been a lot of priority picks onto this game, like the Graves, the Janna, the Corki, Rumble also. But a lot of adjustment now would be on the Kassadin plus Westdoor on Twisted Fate. So definitely, if you play Westdoor and Zed, I'm confident to say that they have a different play style. I mean, Westdoor on Zed has been able to make those turret dives, quickly going out as he activates his SS Living Shadow to swap. But with the Twisted Fate, I think that's only for lane to be on par with the lane dominance that Toys has prepared for this game. So again, shoutouts for all our viewers as we wait for our players to load up into the Summoner's Rift. You are watching the Intel Extreme Masters Season 9 League of Legends qualifiers for Taipei. This is round 2, battle between AHQ Esports Club versus Hong Kong Esports. AHQ Esports Club has already bagged the victory onto Game 1, and we are now on Game 2 in this best of 3 series. Shoutouts to all of our viewers. May we ask all of our viewers to do share our channel, that is www.twitch.tv/ESL Asia, and this stream is brought to you by ESL and Garena. I am your company for tonight. I am Garena Shoutcaster GS Shinbu, that is a Shinbu with a 1 for an I, and we are up in the Summoner's Reef as 5 members of our teams will go for the entrances of their jungle. No pings for an early invade here. Okay, so Toys and Westdoor spotting out each other here in the mid lane. Okay, saying you may stay. There's a phosphorus bomb being put onto AN with 100 damage advantage onto Hong Kong Esports. Both don't want to throw anything away, especially their position. We will see early wards coming here. Void spikes hitting Dinser. Okay, and that is a ward being pushed out of our Augur. So not much. Starting items pretty much basic. That's the Doran's shield onto Rumble. Of course, the flash for the Kassadin up top. Machete start for both of our junglers. And Westdoor, not going for the Doran start, but also a flash on the mid lane. So let's see. Green Tea going for the sustain here, also for the tankiness of the face of the mountain. Now they're pinging up onto the ward here. I think they're just waiting for the expiration of this ward, as they know when it is landed. Take note that these are pro players, really and highly calculating, and I think Hong Kong Esports has no idea of whatever is the plan of AHQ. I think they miscalculated this ward here, getting spotted out, knowing that they'll go for the invade here on the red. That's a 3-man invade, and Hong Kong Esports won't do anything about it. They will put up, you will see Jana on the bottom lane putting that deep ward for the red, as Dinter rotates for the red jungle. Also Zeb getting that recall. There's a lane swap being pulled out, as we have Graves and Trash up top on for AHQ. So really tricky start onto this game. Alright, so again, to all of our viewers up on chat, you could say anything that you like onto the chat. Send in your shoutouts. I'll shout all of them. I'll announce all of them. Put in your insights onto this game. Who are you in favor with? Are you with Hong Kong Esports or AHQ Esports Club? Okay, but for me, of course, I'm an old-timer Toys fanboy, so I put my vote onto Hong Kong Esports, as they have yet to receive their first victory into this best of 3 series. Alright, so Stanley getting the support of Jana here, as we have Corky in the bottom lane against a Rumble HQ Ziv. Okay, but they don't want I think not much can be done by Hong Kong Esports here up top, because Stanley on Kassadin is of course melee. Even with the support of Jana, he will definitely get chunked down if ever the threat from Green Tea's death sentences will connect onto him. We are seeing that Nunu now recalling, going for the first recall, getting that item advantage against the Kha'Zix. Alright, nothing much happening here. Also Kha'Zix onto the raid camp. Stanley still yet to get his first CS of the game. Okay, putting that Q there up on the creep. AHQ being successful to shove members of Hong Kong Esports onto the top turret, and you will see that Green Tea misses that first hook out of the game, and I think not much will pull through into this lane. Alright, so now there is AHQ Ziv shoving the Corky up in the bottom lane. Dinter now running on for the Rumble. There is an explosive melter, but that won't stop Dinter. There's the second shot, slowing down the Augur, and not much will follow through. I did not see a Valkyrie coming from Corky, right? Okay, no Valkyrie coming from Corky. Okay, so of course, oh my god, shoutouts Shoutouts to Squay Farm 1 from Nadasha. They have been my longtime friends when I first started playing LoL. I mean, they're the first one who taught me LoL, and actually one of the places where I get to start and practice my shoutcasting. Also to Just Inevitable. They're using the old map because they're for these highly anticipated tournaments like the Intel Extreme Masters. They are given a lot of time to prepare for this match, probably more than a month. And of course, with regards to the patch, they cannot use the updated patch because all those practice will be put to waste if they use the updated patch. It would be interesting to see the updated patch, right? I mean, a new Summoner's Reef, a new Dragon, a new Jungle, also the preseason, but not much, okay? They just want to make this tournament as steady as possible. Maybe after the qualifier, they will move on to the next patch. They will apply the next patch, as we will see a really classy, good-looking Summoner's Rift onto the Intel Extreme Masters series. So, thank you so much, Just Inevitable, for pointing that out. Again, to all of our viewers, please do share our Twitch TV. Also, if you have any comments onto this stream, if ever my mic is too loud or anything, are you hearing air noises, you could just tell. Feel free to tell, okay? This is really just a tight-knit, easy stream casting for the IEM Season 9 League of Legends qualifiers for Taipei. Alright? So, nothing much coming into this game. We will see that the first kill of the game is yet to be determined. There's Albis putting the ward, removing that pink ward onto the side, really making sure that Stanley gets behind into this game. Okay, but looking onto the CS of both top lanes, you will see that Rumble 29 and Stanley on 22 CS. Not much of a lead, but by pulling off this swap rotation by AHQ. Okay, you'll see, of course, because of that shove by AHQ, they were able to snowball the score lead, the team score lead, also because of Westdoor on TF, onto a 1k clear gold advantage. Alright, so you guys at home, you're watching the Intel Extreme Masters Season 9 League of Legends Taipei qualifiers. You're seeing here Dinter. Yes! Alright, I remember that game, Hong Kong Esports versus Papakangan Panpan, and Dinter picking the Nunu, going for that early Dragon without any knowledge. Even Albis has no idea that they're doing this Dragon. Okay, so no ward up there, and that is the first Dragon of the game, closing the 1k gap in favor of Hong Kong Esports. Really good move by Hong Kong Esports. Right, so Albis spotting out this pink ward here. Green Tea waiting up if ever there are some initiates onto Albis. Nope, they have no idea that the Dragon has been taken. Right, so Westdoor yet to step up into this game. No ganks coming from Albis, as Toys know he could easily get focused down by the jungler. Take note that in the first game, it's not just the jungler that is ganking Toys, it's also the support now. Green Tea going for that death sentence, getting dodged by that flash, forcing the flash actually onto Toys, out of Toys. Okay, so Toys now really not wasting or not making sure that there are no mistakes onto this game, as AHQ goes for aggressive rotations, being surprised by the advantage of Nunu's consume, that they are able to get the first Dragon. Albis going for the blue buff here. We will see probably the first fight breaking out here. Who will get the smite? That is Albis getting the blue buff. Also the death sentence connecting onto Dinter, but no follow-up will come through as they get ward off by the Howling Gale of Away. Alright, so nothing much really, right? I mean, there's pretty much an intense aura, atmosphere into this game, but no anti-initiates coming from both sides. Making sure that if ever they go for the initiate, there is a clear advantage, anticipating all the kits from both sides of the team. Let's go into the items. We will see that Corky has his Shin up, also a BF sword onto the Graves. There is a clear lead by Graves, pulling out that swap onto the top lane. He is now back putting the party here on the bottom lane. We will see also that Westdoor has his Athens Grill. Take note that this Athens Grill is the most optimal Athens Grill, as this Athens Grill, Chalice of Harmony, Chalice of Harmony will be nerfed down onto the current patch we have here in Southeast Asia. Alright? Also, Dinter prioritizing on building up that Sightstone. Okay? Really good decision. I'll also build the Sightstone onto my Nunu. And we have... Okay, that sentence connecting onto Toys. Also a follow-up by Westdoor. And that SS coming from Dinter won't stop. 3 members of AHQ. Successful assassination by AHQ. Really good follow-up by Westdoor. Wow. I mean, really clutch SS. Really clutch Destiny coming from Westdoor. So, really good. I mean, if Westdoor has been there around that mid lane, Toys wouldn't be scouting near Green Tea. Alright, so Dinter goes for the cover here on the bottom lane, making sure that no minions would be wasted. Okay? And that much of a lead, there's actually, it's not actually 1k gold lead onto this game. Okay? So let's see. HQ and God JJ going for a 1v1 lane fight in the bottom lane as Zib goes for the torch onto Stanley. Alright, so let's get back into the item. So that kill up in the mid lane being given onto the Kha'Zix will put the spirit of the other lizards up on his pocket. Alright, Toys now on serious mode. Okay, also with Westdoor. Right, so there's a stun onto Albis. Also an eye distraction plus an Arcano Pulse will put him chunk half of health. Half of Kha'Zix's health. There's a dark passage. Flash in plus a box onto God JJ. Forces the flash onto God JJ. Hey. As told by Green Tea. Really quick plays coming from Green Tea, as he know that if this fight will get prolonged, Kha'Zix is there up in the bottom lane. Also, they know that, I think they've spotted Dinter onto that red ward, so they know that Dinter is up top. So Green Tea pulling out some Korean moves, Korean rotations here. Take note that Koreans has been known to really focus or check the conditions of the map so that their support along with the jungler could rotate for the whole round of the game. If you watch the League of Legends, I think semifinals, battle between Samsung White and Samsung Blue, only the mid lane and the AD carry is in the lane, while the top support and jungler has been rotating all throughout the map. Really crazy rotations pulling off by the Koreans. Alright, so again, this is the fight between AHQ against AHQ Esports Club against Hong Kong Esports for the Insel Extreme Masters Season 9 League of Legends Qualifiers Round 2. Okay, to all of our viewers, please do share our stream. That is twitch.tv/ESL Asia. That's a big favor we are asking you guys, as we want to share this English stream. A lot of players really want to watch this one. Okay, so share some stream and share some love. Okay, so we're seeing that Hong Kong Esports rotating up here in the bottom lane. They have the Dragon Timer. I think it has been read by AHQ, with Westdoor shoving up in the mid lane, making sure that as much as possible they get to gain whatever it is that needs to be gained. But there are wards coming from Hong Kong Esports. They will go back down as they know the threat from Albis is real. As he go for the jump, they won't be able to focus dodging those death sentence from Green Tea. Now AHQ gaining a lot of coverage now here in the blue jungle camp of Hong Kong Esports. So there's a consume onto the white buff as he pushes up top. Really good decision, really good pressure, strong pressure coming from AHQ Esports. Now they're going for the blue buff here. Will Hong Kong Esports be able to put this fight up? Westdoor on a bad position. There's a death sentence not connecting. Stanley for the rip to put on some combo onto Green Tea, but nothing will follow through. Now Ziv is near onto the top lane inner turret. Will he be able to push this down? I think yes. As long as there is the threat of the dragon, and Take note that he is now on a 30 CS lead. More than 30 CS lead against Stanley up top. Again, this game looks gloomy against Hong Kong Esports. But it is yet too early to say, as we only have a less than 2k gold lead with the 1-0 score in favor of Hong Kong Esports. That sentence onto God JJ plus the box. Very good monsoon coming from away, peeling Corky to safety. And that will trigger the Dragon. That will put the Dragon in favor of AHQ. I don't see Hong Kong Esports making a counter fight for this one, pulling a counter fight onto this one. Alright, so that is the second Dragon now given onto AHQ Esports. That's a 1-for-1 for the Dragon score. That will close the lead onto a 3k advantage in favor of Hong Kong Esports. Looking back into the item, West Door now with a blasting wand, also with an Athens Grail, plus Serat also with an Athens Grail. Going now for the magic penetration boots. Take note that Graves has a brutalizer, going for that cooldowns, probably for those dashes. But Corky has although with the less lead against, although HQAN has the lead against Corky. Corky has completed his Trinity Force, even sacrificing to getting those boots. So we won't be seeing those mobility plays by Corky. Westdoor pulling those dodges but forces the flash out of him. Good job! Really good moves by Westdoor, juking those right of the arcane of Toys. Okay? But lots of damage being dealt out onto Westdoor. It is... I think they should really do something against Westdoor. It's really dangerous if you have Twisted Fate steadily farming onto the late game, putting those painful wide cards onto a team fight. A little bit of a tip. One good way for Twisted Fate to survive the early game is to put a lot of mobility items onto him. Well, if you want to make an early game Twisted Fate, putting consistent and concurrent stuns and hits, but of course Twisted Fate relies onto his mechanics on pulling out the right card plus his mobility, right? So we're just steady here into this game, and we'll see pinks coming from Hong Kong Esports. I think they want to regain some vision here on the bottom, on the blue jungle side of AHQ. Probably because AHQ now has the threat to get that Baron. Although with this little bit of a squishy composition, plus Rumble with a Liandris instead of a Zhonya's Hourglass is still squishy. So we are yet to see what kind of turnaround, if ever, will occur onto this game. Again, shoutouts to all our viewers. It's quite surprising that you're not using the Twitch chat. On my previous cast, a lot has been using the Twitch chat, especially the Brazilians. Okay, so feel free to use the Twitch chat. Whatever are your insights onto this game. Who are you in favor with? Or probably, if you're seeing that AHQ has been dictating the direction of this match, how can Hong Kong Esports get back onto this game? Okay, now again with AHQ putting those plays onto the bottom. Onto the blue jungle side of Hong Kong Esports. Probably they know the blue jungle timer. Okay, I'll be spotting this pink ward here, connecting that stun and Eye of Destruction onto Toys, but that sentence will assassinate Toys. Teleport coming in from Stanley. He will go for the reap there. Nope, he will not. And that is the second kill of the game. Focus still onto Toys. And of course, that kill is gained by Abyss onto Kazik. So deja vu there, right? Okay. But of course, Hong Kong Esports is yet to give up as God JJ puts consistent poke and wave clear for the mid lane. Ziv! Really low normal hits, putting those damage onto the inner top lane turret. Okay, but he's doing a good job putting that pressure on the top lane. HQAN now taking this blue buff here, even spotted by the ward. They don't care. I think they have that lead for it. Green Tea again with the threat. Oh! Nope. Toys won't get that blue buff. Okay. I mean, it's probably awesome to get that blue buff there. And of course, it's worth it to use your SS to at least get that blue buff, because Rite of the Arcane has actually a relatively low cooldown compared to like say Requiem. Yeah. Alright, so we are back into the game. AHQ Esports Club versus Hong Kong Esports. We are seeing that one of the star players, anticipated players for this game, Toys, is down for 2 deaths, and those deaths being garnered out by Abyss. This is the Intel Extreme Masters League of Season 9 League of Legends qualifiers for Taipei. You are watching round 3, game 2 for this best of 3 series. Okay, we will see up in the scoreboard that the gold lead now has closed in onto 6k. Plus, looking onto the items, we have we have AN with the Infinity Edge and Corky putting that magic penetration boots. Okay, so let's just wait if ever Stanley will be able to go into the late game. I don't know if that Abyss, Rod of Ages on Stanley has already its full stacks. Now HKES scouting out God JJ. I don't know who will win the trade up here, but Dinter and Awe knows that they know that AHQ love bot blue jungle camp, so they're ready whatever fight will break out here. Really good job coming from AHQ Esports Club not to go all in against Hong Kong Esports in tight spaces like this. They know very well that they have the disadvantage, especially with the Nunu SS, but that zone out, the fear of Hong Kong Esports to go and engage against AHQ Esports Club will cost them the dragon. As Civ is now for the team fight, putting that equalizer. Also Westor on the backline, catching Toys. There's the reset by Abyss, really going low there. Going for the jump against 4 members of Hong Kong Esports. There's a shutdown by Corky. Dieter in the front line, channeling his SS. He will also pop and become a number as Westor wants to put the gold card onto God JJ. Will there be a follow through? Nope. And that is a 2-for-1 exchange in favor of AHQ. Solid positioning by Westor onto the backline. Follow up by the equalizer of Civ on Rumble. I mean, look at that. They just get the dragon, so the pressure is up here on the bottom side. They don't know that Westor is up. Westor catching Toys here, follow up by the equalizer. Now Westor going for the flash here, stopping Dinter. There's a snipe onto the Kha'Zix. Dinter channels his SS, but has been cancelled by that. I'm sorry, there's the SS. Now going down, and 3 members of Hong Kong Esports will go for the safety of their turret. Okay, so if Hong Kong Esports has been picking champions with low range, like say not Corky, instead of Corky probably Vayne, and they don't have a Janna, they won't be able to run for that inner bottom lane turret. I mean, what saved them would be their range. But Toys, again, I'm not saying probably that there's miscalculation coming from Toys, but it is definitive that the rotations, that the pressure, they know that the pressure coming from AHQ Green Tea is effective onto manipulating the rotations of Hong Kong Esports, especially for Toys. I mean, really good job to shove the mid lane by Westor. There's the dragon. Hong Kong Esports knows that the dragon is being taken by AHQ Esports Club. Then after taking the dragon, Westor goes for the backline and get that pick onto Toys. Now we are here onto the Baron. Hong Kong Esports knows that this is one of the only way that they could get back into the game, reading the rotations of to AHQ as they focus the blue jungle camp of Hong Kong Esports. HQAN putting consistent hints. I think this is it for the bottom lane inner turret. Okay, as Corky and Janna, Awe and God JJ is yet to recall to defend their inhibitor turret. Okay, so will they go for the push here? I think not. Lot of ward coverage, sight and vision ownage has been owned has been owned by AHQ Esports. Now, let's get back into those items. We will see. Okay, so there's a flash by Green Tea, forcing the flash out of Toys. Eye of Destruction, also a Void Spike. Nothing will follow through. Let's get back into the items. We have the Yunmus Ghost Blade, also, again, with the really painful damage. If you allow AN to put those auto attacks on you, he has the Yunmus Ghost Blade plus the Infinity Edge, only with Corki. With the Trinity Force plus the Cutlass, Bilgewater Cutlass. Let's get back into the items of Westdoor. Wow, he is so close in getting that Rabadon's Death Cap, probably on his recall. Also with the Zhonya's Hourglass. But I'm sorry, we will see that Toys already has that Cap. Although no Zhonya coming from him. Alright. So, we will see also that Stanley going for the tanky Kassadin here. He goes for that Negatron Cloak, which we won't be seeing. We are not actually seeing right now on this current patch that we have. Negatron Cloak has been taken off on the preseason patch. Stanley going for a Reef there, trying to catch AN. There's a little bit of a fight. Go for the protection of this pink ward here. Okay, as Westdoor on the bottom lane, going for the recall, putting pressure here. Putting good pressure on the bottom lane. Let's get back to the items. Also, Magic Resist coming from Rumble. He also wants that. He's now going for that tank, or probably the Abyssal Scepter with that Blasting One up on his hand. Still, no Zhonya. We're not seeing any hints of Zhonya pick on the Rumble, but with a complete. I'm sorry, this is Liandry's Mask. Yes, the Liandry's Mask. Now, Abyssal Scepter onto Rumble. There is AHQ complete with their items, fresh from the base, as Westdoor has his Death Cap on. He's pushing the top lane. AHQ just doing what they did. I mean, maybe probably a little bit change of style, as Westdoor is not picking any assassination pick, mid lane pick here, but instead going for the push and pressure here with the threat of his painful cards if ever Hong Kong Esports wants to engage against them. But when it comes to rotations, AHQ has been pulling off the same thing, going for a push up top, going for a push in the middle to set up for this Baron fight. You are seeing that Stanley and Ziv has some fights here onto the bottom lane. I don't think it will impact the game that much. I mean, they just want to take note of the position, late game position of these players, whatever they plan to do. Alright? So we are just steady up here into the Summoner Ship. Also, we are seeing a Hex Drinker onto the Kha'Zix. Yes, he still has the highest kill for his teammates, getting those first 3 kills against Toys. Westdoor with a Destiny, going for activating that Zhonya there. Really good follow-up by Green Tea, also by Albis, killing 3 members of Hong Kong Esports. And now that was double into 2 as Stanley will go down by Westdoor. Albis really going low. Good job by AHQ pulling that quick initiate up there. Also with Green Tea connecting again with the death sentence. Hong Kong Esports cannot properly initiate against AHQ because of that box on the choke point. Now, even with 3 members really low, AN and Ziv has the life to tank this Baron up. AHQ Esports will most likely, definitely, bag this Baron into their pockets. Okay, so we have the replay here. There's the Destiny coming from Westdoor, forces the Zhonya's Hourglass onto him. Awe did his best to pull up that Monsoon, also the combo onto Dinter, but not enough. It got cancelled out by Green Tea. Now Albis going ham here onto the base, getting that pick onto Stanley, making sure that he gets those consistent hits as Westdoor puts the follow up with a gold card. Stanley, not much damage coming from Stanley, not being able to burst Albis on Kha'Zix. Okay, so good plays coming from both of the teams here. Things are looking gloomy for Hong Kong Esports here as the gold lead now closes to more than 10k. There's a Destiny coming from Westdoor, putting the gold card onto Dieter, stopping the Nunu onto his tracks. A poke coming from God JJ will make Westdoor not pursue that battle. Alright, so again, back to the gold lead. We have AHQ with a 11k gold lead up in their favor. Also with a 6 kill lead up in the score. Now, we also have Graves putting up that BF sword, probably building the, most likely building the Bloodthirster. There's an Eye of Destruction onto Green Tea plus a Gatling Phosphorus combo from God JJ. Trash got low onto that initiate, but it's only as far as Hong Kong Esports can go. Okay, now Hong Kong Esports ganging up. Westdoor here, there's a teleport coming from Steve. Will they go for Westdoor? Will they be able to catch up Westdoor? Okay, so not much of damage coming from Stanley here, but he was able to kill Westdoor. Now Green Tea and Steve going for the Cassadine here. Good hustle by Stanley. Now this team fight looks in favor of Hong Kong Esports, but has been stopped by the equalizer, forces the flash onto Away. Also zoning out. God JJ, really good mission to sustain members of Hong Kong Esports. Only 3 members remaining. That's the Jana going down. Under third kill given onto AHQ AN. And that is a 2-for-1 exchange, prolonged team fight in favor of AHQ Esports. Even though without Westdoor, even though there's an early pick against Westdoor, the lead of AHQ Esports has been too massive to pull up that prolonged team fight, even with low damage against Hong Kong Esports. It is probable that much of the carries of Hong Kong Esports are now behind to dish out those damage against the front line of AHQ Esports. God JJ with his true grit, yet to die into this game. 305 KDA. Also now with the Rumble with the Giant's Belt. So that's why with the Giant's Belt being a tank now onto this late game. So yeah, no Zonya but Giant's Belt. Okay, maybe for the prolonged team fight so that Westdoor could follow up with these cards. Alright, good synergy coming from AHQ and good synergy coming from AHQ Esports rather. Okay, so again, AHQ Esports making sure that they dominate every aspect of this game. 2 snowballs, 2 objectives, also to the ward coverage. Now they're putting up a siege here. It's interesting that when they pull off a siege, they allow Westdoor to just split push. They don't include Westdoor onto the siege, because without Westdoor, the only siege unit that they have would be Kha'Zix with the Void Spike. Okay, now Green Tea putting okay, so there's a death sentence onto Toys. Quick burst down as the torch bursts the face of that Serat. That's the inhibitor turret going down. Okay, and that kill is given onto Westdoor. Wow. Even Toys was not able to. I'm sorry, there's no Zonya also from Toys. So, wow. Green Tea and his death sentences. That's what I should say for that initiate. Okay. I mean, sharp eyes Green Tea. Even international players hazard the respect of Green Tea for his death sentences. Now, Westdoor putting that gold card onto Stanley. Away do his best to sustain using that Monsoon. Sieve really going low, tanking that tower up there. That's the second inhibitor turret going down. Dash in by AN, putting those damage a lot on God JJ. There's also Westdoor pulling out that SS meteorites coming from Toys. And that is the second inhibitor of the game in favor of AHQ Esports. Wow. Decisive, calculated, good rotations coming from AHQ Esports. A lot of stress being put against Hong Kong Esports. Also, Toys getting focused down as it is seen clear onto his KDA. That's a 051 Serat. Okay, so I'm pretty much I'm not sure if ever there's a turning point onto this game. That's a 13-4 and a 16k gold lead, all in favor of AHQ Esports. We are seeing here that AHQ now will rotate for the bottom lane inhibitor and turret. Also going to gain some coverage here on the blue side of the jungle of Hong Kong Esports. I mean, I'm on a load zone now because if you could see, that's only one inhibitor turret and one inhibitor for Hong Kong Esports. They could just go all in for whatever I mean, it opens up to all kinds of initiate from AHQ Esports. Alright, so we are seeing here Hong Kong Esports will just focus on for the wave clear. Also, the pink ward mechanics coming from AHQ Esports, as there's a double pink ward against that one red against that one ward of Hong Kong Esports, and they don't want to deny it. Alright, so AHQ getting a bit of a relaxer as reflected onto that pink double pink ward. There's a pause. Pause from dude, you're prolonging the game. There's okay, so I'm hearing that there's summoner being disconnected as we are seeing a close-up onto Stanley. Alright, so you guys out there, to all of our viewers out there, to all of our remaining viewers out there, please do use their Twitch chat. Say anything that you want out there. Maybe we could shout that out. I think a better pick of spell would be Cleanse. So yeah, we haven't seen Cleanse. I've seen Cleanse probably in Season 3 competitive play. But yeah, I'm not sure right now. But that's a good pick, especially for Toys getting picked out. But the burst is just too much. Coming from AHQ Esports now that we are back onto the game. There's the inhibitor turret being down. Also the third inhibitor of the game. AN dashes in, putting that consistent hits onto God JJ with the true grit, sustaining him. Stanley rips in, also an equalizer onto the back line. Members of AHQ Esports will focus the Nexus down, and this is the second game getting bagged by AHQ Esports. Okay, so that is Hong Kong Esports getting knocked out onto this series. We'll be seeing AHQ Esports Club Westdoor qualifying onto the third round of this game. No, Twitch chat is not broken. You're out of your head, Blue Sticks. Alright? Shoutouts to you, Blue Sticks. One of my personal friend. Okay? He's a really bad LoL player. Anyway, so guys, I think that's it. I mean, consistent farming coming from Westdoor. Also, those successful picks against Toys just allowed AHQ Esports Club to snowball into this game, to snowball into the late game, being dominant, making sure that they get all those objectives with their zone composition. That's a rumble plus the TF, then pulling out those how can I say it? Pulling out those split pushes with Westdoor. Plus, what's amazing would be the decisiveness, the initiate of Westdoor with that destiny. I mean, I don't expect those destinies. Plus, of course, Green Tea with those death sentences. I don't know how many death sentence did not connect. But yeah, I think so right now I think it's 2. Alright, so shoutouts to all of our viewers out there. Please next time use the Twitch chat so that I could get to interact with you. Shoutouts to Way Farm, to all my friends out there, M Sapo and Sainshin. To all our viewers, you are watching the Intel Extreme Masters Season 9 Round 2 Intel Extreme Masters Season 9 for qualifiers for League of Legends for for Taipei. Okay, Intel Extreme Masters Season 9 Taipei. Alright, so we will see here. Alright, so you can see here that we are up in round 2. So that's AHQ against Hong Kong Esports now. AHQ qualifying against qualifying for the third round. That I think that's the semi-final already, or probably I don't know what that Chinese character means. We will be seeing the next round tomorrow. That is Flash Wolves against Machi Esports. So I think I'll be shoutcasting that game also. So I think that's it for tonight. Okay, so